Welcome to Round Glass. I am Almeiri Santos, excited to be here. Thank you for joining me for this session on healing absence, a meditation dedicated to Father's Day. The focus of today's practice is to nurture acceptance for the loss of a father. We're going to use meditation to help us accept, grieve, appreciate, or remember the fathers in our lives. So here's a question for you. Have you ever worked with meditation to help cope with the loss of a loved one before? And what's your intention for today's class? So while you reflect on that, let me share with you my story for being here, sitting here today, guiding this meditation with you, for Father's Day. My father passed away almost 5 years ago, and even to say that sounds just weird for me. It's one of those, I can't believe it has been so long type of realization. I I work with a Zen master who have a lifetime of dedication to the concept and the philosophy of Zen. And I mentioned to him, Alan, Al, as I call him, I mentioned to him that I was going to do this meditation for Father's Day. And him and I, we have talked a lot about many life meaning related topics since long ago when we started working together. But when I mentioned that I was preparing myself to deliver this meditation for us today, the Zen master talked about the old saying, this too shall pass, because everything will, good or bad, everything will pass. And so did the life of my father. I got the news of my father's transition at around 5 in the morning on a Tuesday. He had been on a coma for 4 days after a bypass surgery. My father neglected his own health his whole life. That's the truth. And I guess such a massive surgery would request all of the working systems of his body to be strong, but that was not the case. I felt many different emotions that day, 5 years ago, and to this day still, as they say, out of the blue, the sadness come back strongly, and I feel it. I don't ignore it. I don't pretend that it's not there. So I am here today to walk with you the path of acceptance, validation, resilience. And I really would like to thank everyone for sharing in the chat. Most of you have not worked with this type of meditation before, but I see that your intention is to lean into the idea of accepting a father relationship for what it is. And Hadika, and I'm sorry to hear about the recent sudden loss of your father, sudden cardiac arrest 2 months ago. And I hope this practice can help a little bit. I wish to tell you that today, as you and I do this meditation together, my heart is open for you with everything that I have to offer. Not from a point of, oh, I know more or I know better. I'm just here sitting with you because I know that losing a father, and I know that because that's my story. And I know how the void feels. So if any questions come up for you during this practice, feel free to ask in the chat, and I will have the opportunity to answer that later. So here is what we are going to do. How about you and I adjust our posture and find a comfortable position? Whatever is comfortable for you. And my invitation is that we pay close attention to our bodies today. So if you are sitting in a position that is comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes gently. Yes, and as you close your eyes, just observe your breath without any need to manipulate it. And just breathe. The basis of this body that we have, our body, come from our parents. So just sit very quietly and see if you can gently bring your attention back into your breathing. Yes. And find your own way to breathe. And I mean it, your way. Being gentle with yourself. And be aware of your body in this space that you are in. So if you're sitting, just feel this space where you are. Very good. I think I have mentioned this before, and I will say this again. I am a Reiki master, and I ask your permission to share the sacred symbols of Reiki with the intention of love flowing through you as you and I meditate here together. So just breathe in and out. Notice that, like your breath, we can't hold on to any experience. It comes and goes. So just breathe. Get into the flow of letting go so you don't suffocate. Very good. And see if you can experience the self repair that your inner silence brings to you. And as you breathe, notice that you are life itself. Yes. Be aware of your body, all of the sensations in your body, and be only here, now, with no history, just the everlasting now. And breathe. Follow the rising and falling of your breath. Notice how you feel without the need to evaluate it. Just stay present to what comes up. And the easiest way to stay present is to connect with your own breathing. Very good. Time, as we know, is passing. And as it does, we move forward into the field of healing and acceptance. Gently. I'm breathing with you. In and out. I'm doing this with you. There is no easy way out of the painful process of losing someone, and I know that. So we stay present, aware, here, now, and we breathe nice and slowly. And guess what we are doing as we sit here and breathe? We are breathing with an open awareness. And guess what that allows us to do? It allows us to feel and notice all of the sensations in our body. So just nice and steady. Slow breath. Perfect. You're doing great. Can you feel it? Can you notice the steady flow of your breath? Can I invite you to also notice, and even more than that, can I invite you to allow all of the feelings and emotions to emerge without getting caught up in any thoughts about it? Perfect. Just perfect. Can I invite you to let go of judgment and resistance? Let me welcome you as we move into peace, always rooted into presence. I have a question for you. What is it that is accumulating? It's getting heavy in your heart about the absence of your father. And if a bunch of things come to mind, try to narrow it down to 2 or 3 points of suffering. What is it that hurt the most? Narrow it down to 2 or 3. Now see if you can connect every negative thought or feeling or emotion that comes to your mind. See if you can connect that to the enormous opportunity that it is to replace it with a constructive one. Yes, you can right now replace the suffering with something that is truly constructive. And the opportunity to do so is happening for you right now. Yes, it is. So, right now, you can decide to replace any heavy emotion with a light one. And as you do it, even if just for a moment, as you do it, there's a magical process happening. Trust me. The magic is that you are giving rise to the validation that comes from gratitude. Gratitude for the genuine moments of connection in whatever way it was possible. All of those moments of connection you had with your father. That, my friend, is magic. Forever magic. Feel light and free. And more important than anything else, feel safe. Take a moment or two and breathe. Beautiful. The goal here for you and I is to deepen into a sense of presence as we validate feelings and emotions of the absence of the father figure. What are the aspects that you have and the ones that you don't have control of? What are those? What are the actions that you can control? Just reflect on that for a moment and breathe nice and deeply. Very good. We are going to very slowly and gently begin to bring our attention back into this space where we are. We're going to leave everything here at peace in the heart. And we are going to very gently inhale and exhale to open our eyes. Very good. Very good. Take a few moments to reflect on the experience of this meditation, knowing that all of the emotions are normal. Everything that you feel. And I also know that we all feel in different ways. But there's something else that we also know. We know that there is no life without love. I wish to tell you that we are not powerless, even though there's nothing we can do to bring back our loved one or our loved ones. We do have control of our power to give love in the name of the person that has departed. We can honor their memories and spread love in their behalf. So here's the question. What would your actions of love and compassion mean to your dad, to your father? Think about that. Take that with you as you navigate the process of healing the absence. If any questions came up for you during this practice, feel free to ask them in the chat now. So during the practice, Radhika sent two comments: lack of security and unconditional love. My heart goes out to you on this one, this time. Mashan shared to think of my father's memory through this beautiful, powerful meditation. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been coping with this for 5 years now, and I have learned a lot. The most important is to honor my feelings. We're not here to pretend that they're not there. So honor your feelings. And if you can, sit, breathe, feel the love for your father. The love never dies. I can tell you that. It's still here in my heart, and I'm grateful for it. So, if you're going through one of those days when it's really difficult, center yourself in the love. Radhika is saying that she wants us to know that her dad was a very kind soul. Oh, and I am so sure he was. She's thanking us for doing this meditation together. And I am thanking all of you for joining, for giving me the opportunity to do this in the memory of my truly wonderful and fun and full of life Father. Bless you. I can't not even express to you how wonderful this was for me. Thank you so, so much. Please know that I appreciate your presence. Feel free to watch this session again whenever it's time for you.